two back-to-back market watches. What's so interesting? Well, I was sent some interesting information from the European side of the game, sending over a couple of interesting things that have caught the eye of a few people on Cardmarket. So I wanted to talk about some of those as more of a scale on our side of the market and kind of compare things. So this is another interesting edition of Market Watch where you're probably confused why cards are expensive. Trust me, I am too. Let's dig into this Market Watch, shall we? Alright, one thing I've always been requested on Market Watch was to talk about Cardmarket and kind of talk about some of the things on the European side of the market and the TCG market. This is going to be my first attempt with this. Ridvan reached out to me on Facebook and sent me some interesting things. I'm going to use this time to kind of compare some prices on their side of the market with ours. You're not going to see a lot of changes, but you're going to see some interesting price changes in some of these cards with some of the attempted buyouts that they've had in their market. So back in April on the 29th, this card, Kickfire, was attempted to be bought out on the European side of the market. And the short little synopsis here, Cardmarket is the European TCG player. Americans, unfortunately, can't buy off of this site, but Australians and everybody else can buy off of TCGPlayer. So it's a little bit more interesting of a comparison and things. But also, side note, €1 equals 1.13, so $1.13 as of making this video. So we'll be using that conversion quite a lot here. Talk about certain prices and things like that. So currently, Kickfires are available in near mint condition for €90, basically about $1, depending on where you're looking at things. But this buyout, though, like even seeing just a couple of attempted buyouts on this, I'm curious about this because this card's not even that good. I mean, the price shift isn't even that much different on our side of the market. Look at this. All right, congratulations, $1.29. Like, Cosmo Blazer didn't seem like it was that crazy of a buyout. You know, light play, $1.46 plus 78-cent shipping. Okay, so this seems like a dud of a buyout, if you know what I mean. Like, this just kind of seemed like somebody that was going through it was like, oh, new fire support's right around the corner. Let's buy out Kickfire. You know what I mean? Like, it seems really bad. But that was an interesting trend that was brought to my attention that was attempted to be out. Now, this also caught my attention. What is this? A couple days ago? 6-2, right? Like, huh. What's going on here? Why are Domain of the True Monarch attempting to just 560, it looks like it reached here, and then more copies just kind of flood into the market here. See all these near mints available here. Huh. $1.45 a piece, so that puts us about $3 on this card, right? Like, that's about what you'd expect. Well, our side of the market does not agree with this buyout whatsoever. We did have a market price at $2.85 though, which is kind of reflective of this. But we have the two light play copies, and then you will go back up to that $2.85 price point. But that's an interesting buyout as well, just as a general push up in €560. Interesting. Moving on along. Now, this looks like it hasn't seen a lot of movement here. Now, here's a story about Hobby League cards across the pond. All right, some of them do exist in foreign languages. That is very much a thing. But some of them are so much harder to get than others. And this is one of those. Seeing that these are $9.99 a piece across the pond is literally ridiculous. That's $11.33 in USD. What the fuck? Now, our side of the market says this card is worth absolutely jack shit, and we could buy this out and just not care. We are on a page and a half of these, and they're all literally so cheap. Look at this. Look at these prices. You could literally do damage to this card and not even care. And there's so many light play copies on the market that you snap your fingers, you have a particularly good investment here. So I found this one particularly interesting, just as the most part. We can check out other Hobby League cards in the future if other people have interesting buyouts on the card market side too. I'm not opposed to making videos. We're not going to do these all the time. But when something interesting comes across, I'm not afraid to talk about it. But that was something interesting that was catching my attention, was Hobby Elite card safe returns are so cheap at the moment. Now, hello, Levianee. So, Levianeers right now across the pond, English, €9.99. We're at 11.33. And then we actually start to push up here. Let's look at these numbers. Recently the highest point for this was 14.40, and that was just a couple days ago. Now, there's been cheaper listings of these going up, but on our side of the market, it's not so fortunate for us. This card just got bought out, and that's not a good thing at all. Number one, that means that somebody thinks that Thunder is going to be the deck to approach for the WCQ. And I don't necessarily agree with that mentality of it being worth the buyout, but we now have a higher slated price than the European side of the market right now. So, Chaos Levianee, if you guys are worried about this card getting bought on your side, it will probably rise, because it seems to be the trend at the moment. So, Papa Robbie warned you. Evidently, it's a good buyout. Now, I laughed at this. 513. Just, hey, we're at €567. Boop. Back down to 265. So, these are Turbo Pack Hollows. And we're like €290, which, I mean, isn't even that bad. 329 across the board on supers. Okay, so I mean, like, Italian copies all the way around. Sure. Not bad, but when you start, you're like, we got French here, and then we get down here. German, kind of expensive, actually. I'm actually kind of intrigued by that myself, but there's that. The TCG side of the market also agrees that this card is expensive, but the Italian copies on the market kind of cheap over on Cardmarket. That also caught my attention. I was like, Morphtronic Selfons, what's going on here? Why are we eating these out? Well, for some reason, this card fluctuates so much in our own market. Near mints, $10. There you have it. Back over here, those fresh near mints, $3.99, $2.90. Like, interesting comparison here. Same thing here. Morphtronic Selfons. Look at that, €3.98. I'm not in the mood to pay that much money, but he's looking about $4.42 a piece. But obviously, Europe did not have DT cards available to them like we did, but that's what the price you're looking at. TCG says that these are about the same, about $4. So we are agreeing on that price buyout, but not a lot available on their side of the game. Now, this is hilarious to me, and I don't know why this is a thing, and I don't really want to know why this is a thing. But we have Insect Knights. Now, this is the DR3 version. We have a Spanish copy available at €5, which, I mean, is fucking chump change. Obviously, you're going to have to pay shipping for that, but what's going on here? Okay, so we kind of start going back up here, 16, but this is it. Looks like their side of the market's in the same shape as we are. These are the Starfoils. These recently got bought out like a month or so ago to €1.95. Obviously, more of them are relisted here. €1. You're gonna be looking at a fresh old $1.13 there. But TCG side of the market here says that we have 5 listings on DR03s at the moment, and that's it. Literally. I don't get this one. I think this one is pretty dumb. That, once again, I guess reprint set. We really didn't want it. Epic Dawn Starfoils. See, literally dollars. Though we have 10 listings of these. That was also kind of interesting. We have low quantities of both of these. So, it's also something to kind of keep on the back burner here. A little suspicious activity. Same thing here with Catalyst Field. We were talking about that this was starting to go up on our side of the game. See, 237. Alright, well, we come on down here, start poking around. I'm seeing some pretty cheap copies here, but I mean, why? Why? I guess it's, look at our side of the game. These things are $3 still. I've still been wondering this since we started doing this. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are these so much? Now, incantations are about solid $2 across the water, depending on what you're looking at. And this has also been pretty interesting to me, seeing that these are $1.77 reflective of their market. So you're looking at solid $2 a piece on Talismandras, which, I mean, all these near mint copies, but I mean, so many German copies on the market. Holy shit, Germany takes up the whole first slot, essentially. Alright, same thing with Candle. Candle's holding about $1.67 euro. Same thing here I'm seeing. You know, obviously plus shipping and things like this, but is this reflective of our market? Yeah. Talismanders looking like they're solid $2. Same thing with Candles, solid $2 a piece. So that's one thing we do line up with. Gate blocker. These have also been going up. $2.55, $1.70. Once again, you're literally like looking at $1.93. You guys remember this bad buyout, right? I talked about this and I laughed. Well, so many of them available for oh so cheap, cheap, cheap. Our market has also calmed down on this. Look at all of these listings now available. This was a particularly bad buyout also, I think, for the most part for its time, but yeah, this one doesn't even matter anymore. Alright, things I can laugh at. Oh, well, let's look at that. 250 fucking euro. Alright, let's take a moment and appreciate that's $283.54 based on current conversions. And then we go down here, 219, and then 140 euro. Now, copies available to us. Alright, so German, we have tiny imperfection on the back for 140 euro, which, okay, let's be honest, $158, not too bad. I'd consider that light play. Near mint, let's click the German scan here and see what's going on. Alright, that looks pretty good. METAMORPHOSE. Okay, not too damn bad. I'm accepting of that. Okay, coming in at 150 euro. Okay, so that gives us 170.12. That's acceptable for these. So, granted, there are only 2 copies, and then we can start going up to the 170 euro mark, which puts us about 192. So, granted, they're not English, but on our side of the market here, well, English copies down here are absolutely ridiculous. Fucking 399 euro. Hold on. Let's just do the math on that. It's $452 for English down here. But also French is 350, which is also poking about 400. Fucking no thank you. But our market says that if you want English copies, you're paying $400, lowest available to you today. That is ridiculous and absurd. I understand that people love their goat control stuff, but if you're across the pond and you want to pick up German copies, I mean, they're cheap. They're very cheap, actually. Now, same thing here. Scapegoat, retro pack. Let's take a look at these, alright? Near mint copy here. Goat, ask for pics. Okay, so Italian near mint, 60 euro, which, $68? Okay, I see we got some good condition ones here. Then we get down here to another near mint Italian. Why are Italians so cheap? Coming in at 68 euro, about 78 bucks. Okay, down here, same thing, another Italian copy, 85 euro, looking about 100 there. Okay, so what I've gotten out of this is, obviously American copies are stupid expensive, but the foreign copies, not too bad. American market on Scapegoats, you guys know how these go every single time, right? We make these videos, we're like, huh, what's going on in the world of Scapegoat today? $119 for a German copy. Well, it's expensive. Same thing with this. No English copy, not available on our side of the market. Huh. Interesting. Last but not least for this video, Abyss Dweller. I was kind of interested in this because this has been, a ride. Look at this. $5.99. $2.97. What is going on with this card? Why? Literally, we have a whole bunch of mod play copies, and then we have Excellent, which is probably light play, for €3 at the moment, which you're looking at about a decent number here. It's about 340. Okay, and then we start pushing down €4. All right, so we're hitting about that 450 mark. Okay. Starting to get into the $5 mark down here. Huh. Is this really worth it? Well, our side of the market is starting to agree. Abyss Dweller, Abyss Rising, on the rise actually. First editions hitting the 450 mark. Huh. Particularly interesting. So guys, what do you think about this fun little market watch? Please leave a comment down below. all kinds of crazy, stupid buyouts that have happened, little trends and things like that across the pond. But like I said, we might do more of these. We'll see. But leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and well, guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.